Everybody, happy Thanksgiving and welcome to another edition of Locally Louisiana. We like to start our show with the latest and greatest things for you to get into, so let's get into it. First up, it's the American Cancer Society's Party with a Purpose. This year's Shuck Cancer celebration will be November 21st in downtown New Orleans. The event showcases oysters from across the country, wine pairings and spirits, plus 30 local restaurants providing non-oyster cuisines, live music, and mobile bidding for their silent auction. Tickets are $100 and the money benefits the Cancer Society's Louisiana Patient Transportation Grant Program. Shuck Cancer has raised over $1 million since its inception in 2018. Now, remember a couple of months back when we told you about those candlelight concerts in Baton Rouge? Well, guess what? They're coming to NOLA. This time, it's the best of the 80s, and you can experience this unique concert at Broadmoor Community Church on November 22nd. A string quartet will play all your favorite hits from Eye of the Tiger to Walking on Sunshine, Total Eclipse of the Heart, and Don't Stop, Believe It. I could keep going, but you check out our QR code for all the details. The arrival of Thanksgiving means we're this close to Christmas, and the holiday light displays are on the way. A couple of our favorites. The first one is at Baton Rouge Zoo. Wander through a magical wonderland of twinkling lights, festival displays, and animal encounters. The zoo is partnering with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank again this year. Every guest who brings a non-perishable food item will receive a 50% discount off the regular admission price. You can't beat that. Our other favorite festival display, Celebration in the Oaks. I love this event. Tickets are already on sale. This is City Park's largest fundraiser, and safe to say, this is the New Orleans holiday family tradition. This incredible light festival has enchanted park visitors since the 1980s and is vital to the park's maintenance, care, and beautification year-round. Now, if I may, allow me to reminisce and give thanks. Remember back to when the Saints were making the playoffs year after year? And number 9 was playing so fine? Never forget those moments, Saints fan. Never forget those moments. I know I won't. And I'll also never forget when Drew Brees was inducted last month into the Saints Hall of Fame.
Hard to believe that my son Balin, who we held up at the Super Bowl back in Rylan, which one is Balin? Oh, they're right there, okay. That's what little sisters are for, ladies and gentlemen. He is now a sophomore in high school. I know. And when asked where he wants to go, it's LSU Tigers, baby.
Drew, we love you. Please come back. Just kidding. Sort of. We can't wait to see you enter the Football Hall of Fame. We all know that's going to happen next year. Up next, we're discussing an important topic with Ochsner Health. Medicare annual enrollment is on our agenda when we come back. In case you didn't know, we are now in the annual enrollment period for Medicare. December 7th is the deadline, so the clock is ticking. And today on Locally Louisiana, we welcome Jeff Fernandez. He's the CEO of Ochsner Health Plan to answer some of the questions that might be on your mind. Jeff, thank you for joining us today.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Now, Jeff, How can seniors make sure they're on the right health plan? Should it start with reviewing the previous year's medical expenses?
Yeah, this is actually a really, really important time of the year. And honestly, I know the idea of health insurance can be quite daunting and confusing and frankly frustrating. However, it is probably one of the most important decisions you can make on an annual basis. I know we think about homeowners insurance and car insurance, and that kind of just renews year over year. But with the health insurance, you do need to take an active role in reviewing your medical expenses over the past year and how much they cost and how much your health plan covered them, and then take a look at that plan going forward for the next year, because the plans do not stay the same every year. They change. Sometimes they improve, sometimes they don't. And so that's why you have to take an active look at it. It started on October 15th and runs through December 7th. And if any of the listeners are like me, I'll self-admit I'm a bit of a procrastinator. This is probably something you don't want to procrastinate on, though. You should go ahead and look at it, make your determination, and don't wait till the last minute, because I guarantee you, we see this at Ochsner Health Plan. All the applications come in at the last minute. It's probably not advisable to do that. Do your research now, make your decision, because remember, you make your decision on December 7th. Your new plan is effective January 1st. If you like the plan you're with and you don't want to make any change, you don't have to do anything. It will automatically roll over. But if you want to make a change for January 1st, you have to do that by December 7th. So super, super important date to remember.
Okay, so what are the key factors to consider when you're choosing a provider?
The number one, actually, there's probably 3 or 4 things I'll give you that are super, super important. First and foremost is the provider network. What physicians and hospitals participate in your plan? Those things are pretty constant, but sometimes they do change year to year from the same plan. So you should look at that. The second is the premium. Is there a premium associated with it, and did it go up or down? And then also there's something called a give back. So you can actually have a zero premium plan, and some of the plans will actually give you back money to offset your Part B premium that you pay to Medicare. The third item are the benefits themselves, right? So that's the obvious ones, like, so how much is a copay to see your specialist or your primary care? And probably just as important to that, how expensive are the copays for the drugs? So if I buy a tier 1 generic, how much does that cost versus all the way up to tier 5 generics? Look at those numbers and make sure that they are within your budget. If you take certain drugs, in fact, the Medicare.gov website has a fantastic tool where you can actually put your drugs that you take in, your prescription drugs, and it will tell you how much each of the plans will cost you over a year's period. The information is out there for you to look at. And then lastly, I like to tell people word of mouth. Talk to your friends and family who are on different plans and ask them, how do you like it? Is it good? Is it bad? Are you satisfied? And use those 4 things really collectively to make your decision.
Now, I understand you've added some new parishes to your network, specifically in the Acadiana area?
Yes, so at Ochsner Health Plan, we are expanding. In addition to Lafayette, we've added the St. Martin, Acadia, Jefferson Davis, St. Landry, and Vermilion. And then, of course, in New Orleans, we've expanded to include St. Bernard and Plaquemine. So we're growing our footprint. And we actually also added new plans. So we now offer something called a D-SNP. D as in dog, dual special needs plan. So if you qualify for both Medicaid and Medicare, both programs, you can buy the one plan with Ochsner Health Plan. And so it's a really, really great plan because it has a bunch of extra benefits that are associated with the duals plan, and that can help with not just your medical care, but all other things like over-the-counter drugs and transportation and the like.
And for those who've already enrolled, would you recommend utilizing all of the available services like dental, maybe vision or hearing?
Yeah, that's something that sometimes it's actually gotten a lot more attention recently, but a lot of folks don't realize just how valuable those supplementary benefits are. Because everybody thinks about, how much does it cost to go to a primary care physician, or if I get admitted to a hospital, and that's absolutely very important. But the Ochsner Health Plan, for example, and frankly, all of them do. And that's why you have to compare, because the dollar amounts, for example, might not be the same on an Ochsner Health Plan dental coverage versus someone else's, or vice versa. Same thing with the vision and the hearing and the over-the-counter flex cards. So, a lot of times the flex dollar amount goes up and down year over year. So you got to make sure, hey, if I had a certain amount this year, do I have that the next year? And that's like a free credit card, a quarterly quote where you can buy all that over-the-counter stuff that you need right there at the store or online. So it's a really nice savings for folks, especially with everybody dealing with inflation these days. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that type of benefit? Because it's super, super important.
And people on Medicare should always take advantage of the no-cost preventative primary care visit. That's offered by the plans too, correct?
Yeah, this is something that I really get excited about talking about because, for all the debate in America about health care and affordability, the number one thing that we can do for ourselves is to take care of your health. And that starts with making sure that you get your annual visit with your primary care. There's no charge for it. So there's no financial reason why you would not get it other than dedicating the time to get that checkup, to get your blood work done, to have the doctor give you the annual wellness visit that's required for good health. And that's really the focus of what we've been trying to do, is focusing on that prevention aspect of care, right? If you wait too long and your diabetes is now out of control, you got a whole bunch of other issues to deal with. Why not get out in front of it? I mean, if there's any message that, I know we're talking about insurance, but we're really talking about health too. If there's any message you take away from this interview, is please take advantage of that, because it is super important for your health. It's your longevity. And look, we all want to spend our retirement, our golden years in good health and doing things we enjoy. We don't want to be sick and unable to take advantage of those things. So yes, please take advantage of that primary care visit and that wellness offered via the Medicare Advantage plans.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate you coming on and letting us know, especially about the importance of making sure that they enroll this year. Thank you for coming.
You bet. Thanks so much for having me.
Since 1989, Boys Town Louisiana has served to provide immediate help to youth in dangerous situations. Last year alone, nearly 800 children received assistance. We want to know more about this group and spotlight their services. So let's welcome the Executive Director, Rashawn Carrier-Williams, to Locally Louisiana. Thank you for coming, Rashawn.
Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thank you for joining us. That's what's more important. Now, Boys Town is a group that's been a while for a long time. Am I correct?
Yes, we're a national organization, started over 106 years ago. But as you mentioned, locally, we've been here since 1989.
100 years?
Yes, lots of history.
Wow, that's impressive. A lot of companies don't last that long, especially when they're open. So that's absolutely amazing. Now, what is the mission of Boys Town Louisiana?
Our mission is to change the way America and Louisiana cares for children and families.
Yeah.
We do it with a research-proven intervention, and we provide comprehensive and holistic services to children and their families.
Really? That's super cool. Okay. So what makes Boys Town Louisiana maybe slightly different from other that's in the nation?
Absolutely, the fact that we are community-based. So we not only provide residential services to youth that have had some kind of trauma in the past, and so they can't be at home with their parents, so we actually take them into our homes and care for them. But we also provide a lot of wraparound support for children and families. So we have a preventive arm of our services as well. So kids who are getting into trouble, maybe having some trouble at school or in the community, we go in and we partner with their families, their legal guardians, their aunts, uncles, parents, and we provide wraparound support to provide parenting resources, helping them with building their relationship, and helping to teach the parents how to be that active agent within their child's life to change their trajectory.
Yeah, that's super important, because I think as a parent, a lot of the times it's really hard for us to kind of understand how to help our kids. So it's amazing that you've created a village, right? Because it says they take a village to raise kids, especially. But creating that village is so important, and I love the fact that y'all do that. Now, there are many new programs and updates that are going on right now. Would you like to tell us just a little bit about some of those?
Absolutely. As I mentioned that we talked about our residential services, but we really wanted to extend that, right? So we work with kids ages 12 to 17, but once they age out of our program, quote unquote, we found that there was a need to provide ongoing support, because kids aren't growing at 18.
That's true.
Right, and so we developed Successful Futures, which is a workforce development program and has a case management component, so that we are actually walking hand in hand as our kids develop and transition into adulthood.
Wow, so you're taking them from school on to whether they want to work or wherever they go beyond that. That's cool because a lot of things will stop right when they age out, so to speak, right? So it's really cool that you continue to guide them as they go into adulthood. That's amazing. Now, if somebody wanted to get involved and help with Boys Town, what would that particularly look like?
Yes, you can always reach out. We have a website, www.boystown.org/Louisiana, or you can call us at 504-293-7900.
Okay. If people want to help, or do you need people to come in, or donations a little bit more effective in helping you guys out?
Both. We definitely like to have people's time, talent, and or treasure. We are a nonprofit, and as you say, we have that village partnership approach.
Yeah.
And so if they want to donate, they can definitely go to that website to donate, and if they want to volunteer, they can call us at 504-293-7900, and they can help with our kids who are transitioning to adulthood. We even have an early childhood program, and we may be able to provide support in that arena as well.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, as I mentioned before, a lot of our programming centers around that teenage years,
Yeah.
12 to 17, but we really wanted to take a step back and be even more preventive. So we started an early childhood program, our early Head Start program. And what makes this program unique and different is not only do we provide early childhood services to vulnerable families, we also provide comprehensive wraparound parenting support for the parents, right? A lot of our parents are younger or they're new parents, and so we're able to teach parenting skills. We're able to go into the home and assess if there's a need. A lot of times with that population, we have families that may have experienced homelessness or may have experienced joblessness, and so they get that direct support with a case manager to help guide them and support them and develop their plan so that they can reach their goals.
Well, thank you so much, Rashawn, for joining us, letting us know about Boys Town and how important it is. So get out there, get to the website, donate, whether it be your time or your talent. And we thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
It was a tough deliberation. We were literally clawing, scratching, and fighting each other in the back, but we made it out. And without further ado, the winner of this year's pitch competition is Natural Wellness with Nurse April.
You'd love to see it. A startup business owner putting her name and reputation out there and winning a Shark Tank style contest. Congratulations to Natural Wellness with Nurse April, who won the 10th annual Startup St. Bernard competition. And today, we're pleased to welcome Nurse April herself to Locally Louisiana. April, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. What a dream. I feel like my business won the lottery. What a great opportunity to be able to expand, because we're ready to expand again. And so this will catapult my business to be able to do that expansion a lot sooner than later.
Oh, so exciting. So first of all, I have to ask, how much was that grand prize? If you can tell us.
So the total in-kind donations and the cash value was about $100,000.
That is incredible. Now, I know your line of expertise is colon hydrotherapy, but I have to ask, what exactly is that? And how long have you been specializing in that specific field?
So I've been a nurse for about 22 years, and I've been on a natural journey educating myself for a good 13 years. And it wasn't until my father-in-law was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer that I really started to educate myself on the importance of colon health. And so upon that journey, I discovered colon hydrotherapy. Colon hydrotherapy is a gentle infusion of triple filtered warm water into the colon that cleans all of the pockets and the entire 7 feet of the colon. It is also FDA approved, and we use an FDA approved device.
Well, what results have you seen using colonics for people who have those gut issues?
So alternative was what we are, considered. Alternative practitioners usually see patients that have exhausted everything on the mainstream medicine, the allopathic medicine part, when they feel like they are not getting better and they seek us. So I have had people who have had chronic issues for years, one in particular for 5 years, one since 2018, and we have drastically seen improvement in their chronic health conditions. Some are actually proven to have their autoimmune conditions in remission through lab work. So it's been absolutely incredible, and I'm literally living my dream.
So how is your business doing? I'm sure pretty well.
I could probably stay open 7 days a week and still be working. That's one of the challenges of owning a business, right? Life, work balance. And so we are currently booked already for the entire month of November. And so, yeah, so I am currently in the market. Part of my winnings, I am in search of another colon hydrotherapist to join our team, and I want to send her to school. Another service that we offer, and I'm very proud to offer this service, is hair follicle analysis testing. It tests for nutritional deficiencies such as vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, amino acids, and it also tests for radiation, chemicals, parasites, mold, and fungus. I'm the only provider within 500 miles offering this technology out of Germany.
Okay, so now if someone wanted to book a session with you, what's the best place to find the information and make that appointment?
My website is naturalwellnesswithnurseapril.com, or you can also call our office. The number is 504-946-9772. I'm located in Araby on Judge Perez Drive, 7620 West Judge Perez Drive.
Well, I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us, letting us know, and oh my goodness, congratulations again on your amazing, incredible win.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. And remember, you can catch up on all of your favorite YourView programming, like Locally Louisiana, by going to watch.yourview.com. And we'll see you next time. Enjoy.